Time to break out those $20 bills and head off to your local comic spot in search of some budget-friendly 4-color goodness. In this video, we're going through my latest top 10 comics on a $20 budget list for the spring of 2022. Let's go. Thank you to the sponsor of this video, MySlabs.com. We'll have more on them later. If you're like me, the $20 budget top 10 list is just fun. $20 can get you everything from potential spec books, great reading material, or just something that's too weird to pass up for the price. Let's check out our first book. Before his work on X-Men, the Avengers, and even S.H.I.E.L.D., a young creator named Jonathan Hickman burst onto the comic scene with the release of our number 10 book, Nightly News #1. A refreshingly unique book, Hickman's signature graphic design style was unlike anything the hobby had seen up to that point. Released in November of 2006, the 6-issue miniseries would go on to earn an Eisner nomination in 2008 for Best Limited Series. Nightly News #1 appears to exist at 2 price points: infrequently listed at reasonable prices and instant gratification extremely overpriced prices. With some patience, you can pick up a copy of Nightly News for roughly $20, which is what I recommend, but if patience isn't your thing, there are several buy it nows for well above that price available at most times. One of the more exciting announcements of the last couple weeks was that Marvel's Nova character was finally in development. What wasn't clear was which version of Nova we should expect to see in the MCU. Will it be Richard Rider or Sam Alexander? Our number 9 book gives you the best of both worlds as the two characters meet for the first time in Nova #11. Published in November 2016, this issue has started to get a lot of attention since it's the issue that bridges the gap between the original Nova and the most recent next-gen version of the character. With the increase in interest in the market, Nova 11 has jumped up in value and is now bringing in the general area of $20 for high-grade copies. Chances are you can still find this one in back issue bins for under the current market price, so dive into those boxes and see what you can find. As we've talked about several times before, when a first appearance prices itself out for collectors, a natural place for those collectors to turn is the character's solo title #1. Such is the case for our number 8 book, Madame Xanadu #1. Published in July 1981, Madame Xanadu #1 is noted as being only the second ever direct sales only comic book from DC. Sorry about your bad luck, newsstand shoppers of 41 years ago. You weren't going to find this one there. The creative team behind this issue is really impressive, as the cover was drawn by Michael Kaluta, while the main interior story was written by Steve Englehart and drawn by legendary Bronze Age Batman artist that was not Neil Adams, Marshall Rogers. The best part about this issue is that it comes in under our budget maximum of $20, as you should be able to pick this one up for around $15. One of the things we're starting to get used to in the MCU is the changing of the guard in the role of the Sorcerer Supreme. From the Ancient One, Doctor Strange, and now Wong, it's been a revolving door thus far, and I think it's safe to assume that we will continue to see different characters as the Sorcerer Supreme as time moves on. For that reason, our number 7 book is a great and affordable spec book, New Avengers #53. Published back in July 2009, New Avengers 53 sees Brother Voodoo become the Sorcerer Supreme. Over 2 years ago, rumors that Brother Voodoo would appear in the Doctor Strange sequel sent prices for his first appearance in Strange Tales 169 through the roof. However, over that same period of time, New Avengers 53 has seen more modest increases in value, and like many of the other issues of this title that have gained value since the pandemic first hit, I'm still finding copies of New Avengers 53 for well below current market values. As of the recording of this video, sales for this issue are averaging right at $20, which makes this book an affordable spec opportunity, especially if we do see the debut of Brother Voodoo in the Multiverse of Madness. One of the more popular Batman characters as of late has been Jason Todd and his alter ego as the Red Hood, but Batman 635 is definitely outside of our budget, as it's going for upwards of $200 right now. However, if you're a Red Hood fan on a budget and are looking for a book of substance featuring that character, then our number 6 book is just what you're looking for. Coming in at number 6 is Batman Annual number 25. Published in May 2006, this book has a great jock cover featuring the Caped Crusader and the Red Hood. The story from Judd Winnick explains how Jason Todd returned from the dead and fills the reader in on what he's been up to between the conclusion of Death in the Family and his return as the Red Hood. A copy of Batman Annual 25 will set you back around $15, which isn't too bad for a 52-page annual that fills you in on the origin of a substantial villain.
The platform designed by collectors for collectors just got even better. MySlabs.com is proud to now feature dedicated sections for both raw cards and raw comic books. Browse over 100,000 slab collectibles, authenticated by the industry's most trusted grading companies. Then check out a massive selection of sealed wax and now raw singles and raw lots. Join a passionate, no-nonsense community of nearly 50,000 members and enjoy some of the best buyer and seller protection in the business. And as always, MySlabs offers one of the most disruptive pricing models in the hobby, with seller fees as low as only 1%. So the next time you're forced to pay 10%, 20%, or more to sell something from your collection, head over to MySlabs.com, the low-fee marketplace, by collectors, for collectors.
MySlabs.com is a great marketplace for collectors of all types. With the addition of raw cards and comics, there's a greater variety of inventory available currently than ever before. The next time you get the itch to shop for collectibles online, head over to MySlabs.com. When the cover of a comic book is so shocking that it winds up being prominently featured in a Senate subcommittee hearing, you know it's a good one. Unfortunately, that also means that books like Crime Suspense Stories 22 are incredibly popular and pricey. But luckily for us, homage covers and cover swipes are a thing, so artists have had the better part of 70 years to put their own touch on Johnny Craig's original design, and our number 5 book, Wolverine 55, is a great example of that. However, this isn't just any Wolverine 55, we're talking about the Greg Land variant. This issue was released in September 2007 and features Wolverine holding the severed head of Sabretooth. An affordable throwback to one of the hobby's most notorious covers, the Land variant of Wolverine 55 will only cost you in the neighborhood of $15 to pick up. It does not get any more 90s than Amalgam Comics. What could be better than a mashup of your favorite DC character and your favorite Marvel comic book character? How about an alternate version of one of those mashups that mimics arguably the greatest comic book adaptation to ever grace the airways? Dark Claw Adventures number 1 is our number 4 book. After the character made his first appearance in Legends of the Dark Claw in 1996, Dark Claw Adventures was released in June 1997 and features a version of the character based on the design elements seen in Batman the Animated Series. And who better to bring the stylings of Batman the Animated Series to Dark Claw than the man himself, Ty Templeton. The popularity of both Batman and Wolverine, along with the warm, sticky nostalgia invoked by the Batman the Animated Series vibes, helps this issue outpace its predecessor value-wise, as Legends of the Dark Claw can be had for under $10, while Dark Claw Adventures number 1 is going to run you right around $20 on average. What's better than a book that features the first appearance of Spider-Woman? The answer is pretty simple. A book that features the first appearance of 2 different versions of Spider-Woman. Coming in at number 3 is Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2, number 5. Legendary comic book artist John Byrne pulls both cover and interior art duties for this May 1999 issue of Amazing Spider-Man. Spider-Women Maddie Franklin and Charlotte Witter both make their first appearances in this issue. And with the recent announcement of a Madam Web project in the works, the speculators are making moves towards this issue just in case Charlotte Witter, who is the granddaughter of Madam Web, makes an appearance in the upcoming project. Currently selling for $20, there's a noticeable increase in sales volume for this issue, so it may not hold at this price point for very long. Imagine if Harry Potter and Last Action Hero hooked up and had a baby. That's more or less what you get with the Unwritten. Unwritten number 1 is our number 2 book. This book is 100% the cheapest issue on the list, and you can find it for well under $10, even on Feebay. But this is an issue and a series I would highly recommend to you if you are looking for a great read. Published in July 2009, the series was created by writer Mike Carey, who has recently had some success with another project he penned, Lucifer. If you enjoy literature and fantasy, definitely check this series out. By the time you get to the 5th story arc and Carey literally writes the origins of DC Comics into his tale, my mind was completely blown. This whole series is super affordable and is a great bang for your buck if you're looking for a fresh story to read. Topping our list of comics on a $20 budget for the spring of 2022 is Fantastic Four number 205. As previously mentioned, it was recently revealed that a Nova project is in the works, and chances are, if there's a Nova Centurion running around, the Nova Corps may get involved, and FF205 is the first appearance of the Nova Corps. Published in April 1979, the Nova Corps wasn't introduced until nearly 3 years after Richard Rider's Nova first hit the stands. This issue features a quality creative team in writer Marv Wolfman and art from Keith Pollard and Joe Sinnott. With speculation for Nova just starting to ramp up, FF205 is likely to start disappearing from your local back issue bins, but for now, you should be able to bring home a copy of this potential spec book for just $20. This list is a little different than some of the previous episodes of the series, as variants and reading suggestions aren't the usual kind of things I populate these lists with, but thank you for watching the video. I hope you were able to add something to your shopping list based on some of the selections above. Thank you to MySlabs.com for sponsoring the video, and if you enjoyed this top 10 comics list, be sure to check out this other top 10 comics list right up here. Collect responsibly, and I'll see you in the next one.